Right, well, we're going to go to the travel very soon, but let's talk to Susan in Gallywood. Susan, hello.
Oh, hello, Dave. Yes, we had a listening bench installed in the grounds of Gallywood Heritage Centre just over a week or so ago. So I do know all about it, and I can give you a brief idea about what's on the bench.
Oh, bless you. Come on, tell me all about it.
OK, yes, it's sitting in the ground under a tree with a lovely view of the Heritage Centre garden.
Yeah.
There are 6 recordings on there, recorded by former parishioners and current parishioners of Gallywood. Subjects covered are Dad's air raid shelter, a tale about a World War II air raid shelter,
Right.
Gallywood Commoners' Rights, Gallywood School Days and the Reverend Rowton, Ace Fruit Packing Centre, Village Life in Gallywood, and Brian's Parents. So it lasts about 15 minutes, so say 6 clips, and it's quite pleasant sitting there. You can sometimes, if our tea room's open, you can sit there with a cup of tea, press the button, and then listen to all the stories of life in Gallywood, obviously from the years gone by. It's very, very nice.
And how long has it been there?
It was installed not last Saturday, the Saturday before.
Oh, so it's new. Oh,
Oh, yes,
great.
it's very new. We had a formal unveiling with the, I think it's Sarah Joy who leads the project at Essex Record Office.
Yeah.
I should mention that the recordings, they're all from the archives of Gallywood Historical Society, and so we actually loaded it, or one of the trustees loaded all the recordings onto the bench with a short introduction. And I think the idea is, because we have several recordings, to sort of ring the changes and change some of the recordings around. I think ours is a bit more unusual than some. I think some are travelling benches, but this one obviously has its home in Gallywood Heritage Centre Garden.
Right, and you can change it. I mean, that's a really good idea, isn't it? Because people will get bored with them after a time. So have you...
Right, yes, when you've heard it once.
Yeah.
I should say that normally people can access the garden between Mondays and Fridays, between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Might have to just watch out in case there's any events going on, but normally the Heritage Room is open on Tuesday afternoons between 1:30 and 3:30, so people can come along to the actual Heritage Centre, come in, have a look at the records in the centre, but also have a listen on the bench itself.
Oh, Susan, nice plug. Well done.
Thank you.
You're no fool, right? Susan in Gallywood, thank you very much indeed. Sounds great, doesn't it? It really does sound like a very, very good idea. And of course, over the years, we've had projects, BBC Essex has had projects with the Essex Records Office to record people's memories right across Essex, and a lot of our stuff is actually stored in the Essex Records Office.